Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Hi everybody, it's Doreen, and welcome to the last video tutorial for 2013. So today I decided that I wanted to make something to pass out for a New Year's Eve party, and I couldn't think of anything at first, and then I happened to be watching Chandi Walsh's channel. If you haven't checked out her channel, I'm going to put a link down in the description bar. You should really check it out, and she shows you some ideas for party favors and all types of things. So what I'm going to be showing you how to make today is a Snapdragon snippet studio file, so you can purchase it at the Silhouette store, and we will be using the Silhouette, of course. So I'm going to put a link in the description bar for each of the little favor boxes that I'm going to be passing out for the party. So these are my little favor boxes that I'm going to be passing out. One is a cube box and one is the rectangle box. And I've also included something inside each favor box. So come on and join me, and I'm going to show you how I made these boxes, and I'm going to show you what's inside. Okay everybody, so before we start putting our boxes together, I first wanted to point out that Snapdragon Snippet does give written instructions on how to put these boxes together, and I'm going to put a link to their blog as well as their Facebook page in the description bar. So you get a set of instructions, and I've gone ahead and printed them out. I believe there are like, let's see, about 19 steps that walk you through how to put the two boxes together. So the first thing that they recommend is that you go ahead and start identifying your shapes, or setting up the shapes that you've cut out. Now I'm not going to go over how to cut the file or lay it on your mat, because that's self-explanatory. So these are the pieces to the bottom of our box, and I've also gone ahead and scored them already. And then you have your little strips here, and then these pieces are for your inside of your box, and the pieces to connect your box together. Oops, sorry about that, so I'll put those in camera frame. So I'm using some really sparkly paper here, and this paper is from hot off the press, and this paper right here is just some of the metallic cardstock that I picked up on the last scrapbooking haul that I did. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're just going to put these pieces to the side for right now, and we're going to start putting everything together. So they are telling you to take your, they're calling these coffin-like pieces, I guess. So they look like a coffin, I guess. So we're going to take this bottom layer here, and we're going to glue that to this folded tab side right here. So you should have gone ahead and scored all of your score marks. So you're just going to take and line that up. So let's get some glue on this piece, and I am once again using my beacon glue to glue this together, and I'm just going to line this up and press and hold this. You can get it try to get it as even as you can, and then I'm just going to score it a little bit to make it sure it's glued down. So you can use, if you want, your Scotch quick dry adhesive. And I don't know if I'd use score tape. I guess you could use that too. But if you got to make a lot of these boxes, as you're going to do them for little favors for New Year's Eve, you can also use these for birthday parties or shower. But I thought I'd try it for just as a little trinket for New Year's Eve, or a favor for New Year's Eve. So now that I've got that side scored or glued on, we're going to take our next piece, and we're going to put that on this side. So I'm going to get some glue on this side, and then we're going to add this one to the flat piece right here. So we'll just glue that down like so. And we'll make sure that's glued and adhered. And so this is what you should have once you've glued those pieces together. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your pieces that look like this after you scored them, and you're going to put one piece and line it up and place it right there. So I'm going to get some glue on that side, that tab there. Make sure we're getting the right tab here. And I'm just going to put some glue. And we're trying to put that, we want to make sure we get it on that one flat square piece right there. And what I like about this metallic paper or cardstock is that it's gray on the other side, or whatever color your metallic cardstock is. It's not a white color background. So I'm going to make sure I've gotten that side adhered and wipe any excess glue I have off. And then we're going to go ahead and take our last piece, which looks like this. We're going to get some glue on here. Let me put that a little closer to me so I can make sure I'm getting the glue on there. And then we're just going to add that to the opposite side, like so. And this is what you should have once you've got all your sides glued in. So your piece should look like that. Make sure we're in the camera. So it should look like that. So now we're just going to go ahead and start putting and folding in our boxes, our tabs together. So you can fold your tabs in and start gluing them. I'm going to make sure I got enough glue because we don't want this to come apart. And I'm going to start folding up and gluing in each tab. So you're going to fold on this side and glue down. Okay everybody, so I've just folded in and glued in just one side of my box. So what they recommend from the written instructions is that before you go ahead and glue your next folded tabs in, that you go ahead and put your inside bottom piece in. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is what I'm going to be using for my inside bottom, because this is also what I'm using for the lid. So you're just going to go ahead and place that in there and glue that down. So I'm going to get some glue on here, and I had to write that on the bottom there because I was cutting out so many of these. I had to make sure that I was putting the right piece for the inside. So that's why you see that little writing on the bottom there. And I want to make sure I get just enough glue, especially on my edges inside. And then you're just going to slide that piece down inside there and press it down. And kind of push that in there. And then the next thing, you can go ahead then and glue in your side tabs to form your box. So I'm going to do that. And then after we've done that, we'll go ahead and we'll get glue on all four of these sides, here, 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 and here, and you're going to fold those inside. So I want you to go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back and we'll put our lid together. Okay everybody, so you should now have your box put together. It should look like this, and then you should have your piece in the inside. I'm sorry for that glare. So now we're going to put our lid together in the same exact manner you did your bottom of your box. So you're going to take your pieces that they are calling the coffin pieces, and you are going to take your bottom or your lid square and just go ahead and glue together each side like so. So you'll put these two together, and then once you have those two together, you'll then go ahead and glue, I'll bring this up so you can see it, that side, and you'll glue this side so it will look like so. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back and we'll finish putting our lid and the rest of our embellishments together on our box. Okay everybody, so I am back with the finished lid. So you should have your lid all put together and it will fit on your box like so. So now what we need to do is we need to get our strips across here and along here onto our box. So what we're going to do is we're going to first start with putting our strip across the top of our lid, and then we'll put our side strips on because we want to kind of make sure we got those a little even. So what you need to do is go ahead and fold on your score lines, and then you're just going to put this across and glue it down so that it fits on top of your lid like so. And looks like that. I know this is a lot of glare probably in the camera, but this paper is absolutely gorgeous and it fits the mood perfect for New Year's Eve. So let me go ahead and get some glue on here, and we'll put this down. So you should make sure you get enough glue that it's going to stick. Now I found that with this particular paper I really have to press down to get this to stay on here. So if you're using a different type of paper, you should be okay. And I'm not sure if I said, but this paper is from Hot Off the Press, and I picked it up at Joann's, and it was just a single sheet. You can purchase it in a 8.5 by 11 or a 12 by 12 sheet, and since I only needed enough just for the lid, I just purchased the 8.5 by 11. I'm going to take that off for just a second so that I can make sure that that is going to stay adhered to my top. So I'm just going to go ahead and press around, and I'm actually going to take my bone folder and press that down too so that it stays. And it looks like it's on there good. So now to make sure you get your strips on even, you should put your top or your lid back on, and then just go ahead and start lining up your strips so that they are even, because you want to kind of make them so that they match up with the lid. So I'm going to do the first one so you can see what I mean by making sure it's even. So I've got some glue on my strip, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the bottom first. Oh, I got some glue on my hand, so it's sticking to my hands rather than where I want it to go. So I'm just going to place it down here and then line it up with my lid. And because the beacon is forgiven, I can slide it so I can get it to be even. So that's what I want you to do next, is to go ahead and just line up all of your strips on each side, and then we'll come back and we'll put our bow on top of our box. Okay everybody, so now that we've gotten our little box put together, we're going to go ahead and work on putting our bow together. So these are the pieces that you should have for your bow. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead, and I'm just using the end of a paintbrush, but you can use your hand or your fingernail as well. And we just want to curl that up so that we get our bow to form. And I'm just going to curl this last one right here. So now what you want to do first is you want to take one of your little pieces like this, and you want to just put those two tab ends together and glue those together. So I'm going to get some glue on here, and we're just going to glue those two pieces together. And we'll make sure we got our ends lined up and our tabs. And I'm going to press down and hold it. And then I'm just going to bend it back like so. So this is what you should have once you've done that. Okay, so now what we want to do is take our next loop piece, and we want to put that with this piece. So we're going to go ahead and glue these two pieces together. And we're going to just sit that down inside there and glue that. So we'll get some glue on here. And I just want to clean my glue off for a second there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put those two pieces together. And it's kind of going to sit down inside there. And I'm just going to raise this tab up, so you're going to make your valley fold over here. And this is what you should have once you have that together. So now we'll work on our last piece over here, and we want to go ahead and glue this tab to this first, where you have the perforated edge. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but that perforated edge right there and right there, you want to glue that together so that they meet. So I'm going to get some glue on the back of here, and we'll just glue that down. So you just line that up and have that meet and glue that together. And we're kind of going to force it to sit up like so. So this is what you should have, and you want to bend this piece back like that. So now we're ready to put these pieces together. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and line up this piece with this piece. So let's make sure we're doing that right. Yeah, we're going to go this way. So this, you're going to put your glue, let me make sure. Okay, I just want to make sure that was right. So you're going to put your glue on top of here. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Get my glue on there. And I'm going to take my piece and I'm going to glue that right into there like so. So we'll just line that up right there. And we'll press down. And then, now that you have all these pieces together like this, we want to make sure that we take the first loop. Looks like I got some glue in there. Let's get rid of that little glue ball there. We're going to take the first loop and meet it with the second loop, and second and third loop. So you're going to meet it right there in the center like so. So you're just going to get just a little bit of glue on that perforated edge there so that you can glue these two together. And you're going to hold it like that. And I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds to make sure it is adhered. And then you want to take and fold this back on itself. So it kind of looks like this once you've glued it and it stays together. So I'm going to hold it. And then your last step will be to take this piece and have it meet and fold over and go to the other end. So when you're finished, this is what you should have. So I'm going to get some glue on here because we don't have any on here. I just wanted to demonstrate how you fold that. So you're just going to get your glue on that end piece there and then fold it over so that it meets on the other end, and then just hold that down. And if you want, you can kind of press down like so that you know that it is adhered and glued together. And there is our bow. So next thing we need to do is just take our bow and add it to the top of our box. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to come back and show you what we're putting in the inside of our little favor box. Okay everybody, so I am back with the finished box with my little bow on there, and I decided not to put any bling or any embellishment of any kind on there. I think the paper does enough to show how festive it is for New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. So what I've done for the inside is I've gone ahead and I took some shredded paper that I had from my shredder and put that down in the bottom. And then I have these what are called party poppers or party poppers. And basically I picked these up at my local party store. It's called Party City. And what you do is you pull this string at midnight and all these streamers pop out. So I'm not going to go ahead and do that in the video. But I just stuck those inside there, and I'm going to have that sitting at each table setting for the party. And then I went ahead and made the other box. This box here is called the cube box, and I will put a link to each of the boxes in the description bar of the video. And it is, as I said, a Snapdragon snippet file, and it's a studio file, so you don't have to worry about if you don't have the designer edition of the Silhouette software. So here is the other box, and this box, this paper on the top is also by Hot Off the Press. I picked it up at Joann's, and it comes in a 12 by 12 sheet or 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I just went ahead and put that one for the lid and for my ribbon on the side here, and then I used some of the gray metallic paper that I picked up on my last haul. And I know you can get this paper also at Michael's. It's Recollections paper pack. So inside this one I just stuck some more of the paper that from my shredder, and I just put some little Hershey's Kisses in there. And of course, you know, I had to add the purple one in there. So that's it everybody. These are the two party favors that I'm going to be passing out for New Year's Eve, for our New Year's Eve party. So I want to thank everybody for watching my channel throughout the year and leaving comments and sending me PM messages when you have questions and everything. So I have another announcement I want to make, and that is this is my last tutorial video for the year, as I said in the beginning, and it is also going to be the last video I do until March of 2014. I'm going to be taking a little break because I want to work on some other things, and I'm kind of burnt out, so I need to get some other things done. So I'm just going to take a break for a couple of months, and then I'll be back. But don't worry, if you need to send me a PM message or leave a comment on my videos, I will respond to you. I just won't be doing tutorials until March of 2014. So I want everybody to have a safe and happy New Year, and I'll see you in 2014. Thanks for watching everybody. Bye.